got good news this morning. Actually, it's really crappy news, but such good news. It's confusing. What it is I got a phone call this morning and saying essentially your liver is so crappy that you need to see a specialist ASAP, which we've already known. But the good news is I feel listened to. Someone listened. They're taking action. I got a referral. I'm going to be seeing a specialist ASAP. We are fixing the liver. Side note, side thought. If you have PV or ET, I don't know if MF would really have this, myelofibrosis, or any clotting disorder, my opinion, and I'm saying this because it comes easy for me because I am a teetotaler, I wouldn't drink. I wouldn't drink if I were you. And this is just me. And the reason from my experience is my liver is going to hell because of my blood being so horribly yucky. But I don't feel the guilt. I don't feel like, oh, I shouldn't have had that drink or this drink or that drink. I don't feel that. And I can always distinctly say, I don't drink. It's, you know what I mean? So I know that it's not related to my thing. Total side note. I know there's tons of people who have MPNs and they're drinking and they do that. And that's fine. That's your deal. But for me, it has kept my conscience clear. Conscience clear. There you go. So I do feel really good about not drinking. Not that it's any other benefit other than my conscience. So I got the call and I was so excited, like, oh my gosh, someone's been listening to me. Because even though you see a doctor, it doesn't mean that you didn't have pains and that the other night I wasn't up all night because I had one ginormous pain here and then it shot over to the other side and then I'm up and then I get chest pains and feel like I'm having a heart attack. And it doesn't matter because I feel these pains all day. And yet I can talk about them, but if nothing is done, I can only do so much, right? And bless my new doctor who I just, oh my gosh, I really appreciate her. She made the referral, had someone look over it. They do this e-review. So what they do is they take your records, look at your scans, look at what's going on, and then give a feedback thing. I'm so grateful because I've asked for, more. And it's just a blessing. So I will be seeing, so the specialist wrote to her and she asked, did you have a copy of it? And I said, no, I haven't seen it yet. And she's like, okay, I'm going to send it to you, which is so awesome because open discussions. And essentially they're saying, people usually catch this too late when there's something going on and they're not seeing it, but it is a problem. So I am so beyond happy. So I will go in and talk to someone about my liver. And on top of that, I am back on Eliquis. I will start it again tonight. I did bring up that I get just raging headaches on it. I do. And I mean, it worked for the first time. I felt terrible, but it was like a week or so. It's just hard. A lot of these things I deal with, they'd be great if I could sit in bed all day and just go through it, run through it. Cool, live with it. I'm a mom. Kids, not that they're not forgiving, they're amazing. But when you look at your parents, do you really think that they are unable to do things? No, their perspective is you're mommy, you're daddy, you can do this. So I will have raging headaches and I'll be talking about lunch or walks or, or the guilt that comes with feeling like crap and saying, honey, I gotta sleep, or mommy's got a headache, please be quiet. Like sucks. So I just don't look. So it's on top of raging headache, shitty body. Yeah, I swear. It's the guilt. The guilt is probably the thing that gets me the most. I can't stand physically where I feel. And it sucks. And yet my son is what drives me to do anything. I got dressed today. Not totally. I put mascara on and it's like a tinted moisturizer. Oh, and I colored in my eyebrows. It sounds silly. Oh, braided, whatever. I did some stuff. And the thing is, it sounds silly, but I don't want my son to be like, my mom's always asleep or always this. You just don't want that. So my guilt for trying to be a good parent and trying to function is what keeps me going because I love my son and I'm doing the best I can. So there's those. So dealing with Eliquis and having raging headaches is going to suck extra, and I know this. The thing is, any other drugs, we'd have to get those. The side payment for Eliquis is already very expensive, and I already have some, so I'm like, fine, I'll just do it. So yes, back on Eliquis, not super looking forward to it. Hope I can get over the headache hump. I have to go off of the aspirin. I can't take ibuprofen. It's just a brutal crap time, so I don't know if you'll hear much from me for a little bit. Another thing, my labs, I got them last Tuesday, someday, a couple days ago. I got my labs, and my hemoglobin was like 10, I think, and hematocrit 35.6. I recall this. And because they thought I had to go back to the room and get it because she had gotten different numbers, and she's like, wow, it's really high, you have to get a phlebotomy. And I said, I've been feeling like crap all day. I didn't think I'd need a phlebotomy, feel like crap. But I just don't have energy for it, but whatever. And usually I'm helpful, and I'll be sticking out my arms, telling them all the vein thing. Just had nothing. Luckily, we didn't do the phlebotomy because then she saw the numbers come in, and she's like, oh, let's not do this, So I was lucky I didn't get that done. But it doesn't, I don't know, resolve much. Long story short, I'm not thinking clearly. I know that. I'm trying my damnedest to think, to be, to want. So I am putting extra pressure on myself. I've been having a really hard time with my son's school stuff, and I've been writing notes. I'm like legit like studying how to do this stupid computer thing. It's like, I don't know. It's not been so hard for me ever for some things, but I legit can't get it. And I'm writing, I have like little sticky labels on there. So anyway, I am trying really hard to function and to think and focus, and it is brutal lately. I think it's probably because my blood's gone to hell. Having the liver problems is not helpful at all. I am trying to do what I can. So there we go. A couple things is I cannot take aspirin anymore or the ibuprofen. I'm going to have to figure a way to get my head not hurting so bad. She did offer to talk to a headache specialist. Also, I guess, I don't know. Okay, so I was telling her, I was thinking when I get these headaches, that it's kind of like when I'm on the Eliquis, I just imagine, and I said, this is how my imagination works and how it's working, is I think, oh, maybe it's the Eliquis cleaning out my brain veins or whatever, and that's why I get such raging headaches. And she's like, it's not Roto-Rooter. I loved her, and I'm like, yeah, I imagine Roto-Rooter. I imagine that's what's going on because I always get all these pains when I'm on it, It's not Roto-Rooter. It just doesn't let it clot, but that's kind of funny because I'm always imagining it's like, So, see, I've done like 6 videos already today because I can't keep it together, so please just bear with me on this one. I've also been drinking a ton of coffee, and I was going to send a really awesome thing for you guys. I'll put it to the side, I was at the doctor, of course, like a week or something ago, who knows, and I told the girl, I really like chai, but I'm stuck drinking coffee because I'm really trying to clean out the liver because everything I read, it's like coffee, coffee, coffee. And I drink 1 coffee in the morning, but I don't do much more. And so she's like, oh, have you had a dirty chai? I'm like, no. So she made me one, and it was delightful. So I'm going to put her little recipe right there for you. So I am drinking a bunch of coffee, trying to help that. Issue is I can sleep through coffee like no other. So it's not really making me super peppy either. I wish it would. What else is I going to tell you? Probably not a lot of oxygen to my organs. Oh, when I was there, the nurse, when she was looking at my stuff, getting ready to do a possible phlebotomy, she's like, did you have COVID? And I'm like, no, I just have, not good stuff going on. Anyway, but the irony is we are so intertwined with COVID symptoms and stuff. It's kind of like everyone suddenly has PV, and you're like, dude, it sucks. I'm sorry. It's so weird. Um, Anyhow, this is what I'm going to update for now because my brain is starting to space right now. And I need a little bit of a break. I'm going to nap again so I can hopefully be awake so we can welcome our son. And always, we try and do things together, even if I'm a lump. He's my baby, and I want to be there for him. If you think that having PV or any chronic illness whatsoever doesn't affect your family and their emotional well-being and all of that, it does. And it is brutal, and I may have my own issues, but it is nothing like the mothering to a child and seeing them have to deal with your stuff. It's the worst. That's my worst complaint about it. I want to be more, and I just, it breaks my heart. Anyway, that is my thing. Is the worst part of PV is I want to be more for my son, and I feel bad, and it breaks his little baby heart, and all those things, and I can't go there because I will cry. Thank you so much for being here for me, and there's some good news is possibly getting help. Okay, talk to you later.